I was out here working on my property this morning. I'm all hot, dirty, and sweaty, and I thought I would give a little garden tour. My neighbor just left. I sent him away with a bunch of vegetables, and I said this would be a good time to do a garden tour, so let's check it out. Okay, so over here, this is the entrance to my garden. These up on top are all muscadine grapevines. They go all the way down, all the way around, a lot of different varieties. And right now they're loaded with grapes. Still, they're growing, but they're loaded with grapes. Then right over here in my garden, we have different types of eggplants coming in. And as you can notice, I got everything under shade cloth. Now in my middle, I have arch trellises, and on the trellises, my neighbor was here, we just harvested a lot, but as you can see, there's a lot of Blue Lake stringless string beans up there, and I've been harvesting them and picking them every couple days because I love them. And down in here, I've got eggplants coming in, different varieties. Don't they look so pretty? So once again, these are all different varieties over here. Same thing over here, different varieties. I just picked some and gave them to my neighbor. Don't they look pretty? And there's some pink tong down in there. And over here, we have tomatoes coming in. As they're turning color, I've been picking them and eating them. So there's a lot of green ones on there right now, but the good news is the green ones are going to go ahead and change and ripen up pretty soon. I normally don't pick any of my tomatoes green. I wait for them to change color. This is some butternut squash. Normally it grows all the way over, but this year, so far, it only grew up to that height. Don't know why. Over here is some spaghetti squash. Right over here, I just got done trimming that up. Down on this side, I've got peppers coming in. And then over here, I got some more tomatoes. Now these are all different types and varieties of tomatoes. They all ripen and they all turn to different sizes. These are collards. Look at the size of these collards. Oh my gosh. Here, this is my foot. Look at that. Look how big that is. Amazing. See if you could just see how big this really is. Look at the size of these right here. And the texture is terrific. This is amazing. Look at that. That is amazing. I just sent my neighbor home with a bunch of clippings. And then on this side, once again, got more tomatoes coming in. Over here is Kajari melon. I got some down below and got some up here on top. I got them in little bags. And then on this side, I have different types of tomatoes coming in. Excuse me. Some of them are decent size. They still got a little ways to grow. Boy, look at the size of this one right there. You just never know what size a tomato is going to get. And then over here, I got Kajari melons coming in right here. As you can see, got bunches of them. They're all bagged up. The ones I want to save. And then over here, I have my cherry tomato varieties. The birds have been coming in here and getting some, but there's still plenty on there. Birds knocked some off, and I had my neighbor over here a little bit ago, and I shared the joy with him. Same thing over here, cherry tomatoes coming in. As you can see, I've been topping everything off because the tomato plants are hitting their top, so I'm topping them. I'm letting them bush out a little bit, but I'm not going to let them grow up and through. So over here, you got two Kajari melons coming in. If you don't cover them, they'll get a little pickle worm in there. Like this one here has got some pickle worms. But if you go ahead and you put them in something like that, then they get bigger, and you might have one that you could eat. My neighbor was just over here, so we cut open a cucumber. I got plenty of cucumbers growing on the vine over here. Some of them are getting overripe, some of them are really large. I've been eating what I could daily, but you could only eat so many, so I sent my neighbor home with a few. And once again, here's a bunch of tomatoes coming in. I've been picking them, been giving them away, and the birds been enjoying them. But you know, there's enough for me and the birds, so it's okay. And down over here I've got peppers. They're all coming in good. I just gave my neighbor some. Same thing over here, the peppers are doing good. There's bunches coming in. Sorry about the light, it's just that time of the day. Each one's got bunches on there. Like I said, I just had my neighbor over here, and we just went ahead and got bunches off of this, but look how many are on there. Still got a little row crop in here, but basically those are done. Same thing over here. They're basically done. And I got a back row of tomatoes over here going all the way down. And I got some nice golden gold. Look at the size of this golden gold coming in. And if I look, this one's still got a long ways to go, so it's going to get bigger. And got some more down there. Probably got a couple more weeks before I could eat any of those. And out here I got melons. I bagged them all up so I don't get too many pickle worms in them. So those are looking like really good. I can't wait to eat those. They're just almost basically ready. Here's a really nice yard-long cucumber. Look at the size of this thing here. Boy, that's about a little over 2 feet big right there. And then coming in over here, I got a bunch of squash coming in. Boy, they all looking good. As you can see, I had a problem with the leaves, but it didn't affect the squash. And up over here, I got muscadine grapevines coming in. Got grapes on them. They're all looking like really good. You can see how many are up there. Gonna enjoy those when they're all ripe. Got some butternut squash down here. Coming back over here, I got some more squash coming in. They're all looking good. Okay. Going down around the back side, I got some nice watermelons coming in right over here. They hide in there really good. You can hardly see them until you're on top of them, but there's a good amount in there. Got some more golden golds on the outside. Got some squash over here. Got some melons right down in here. These are miniature melons over here, but boy, are they good. Can't wait till they all get right. And then coming over here, I got some Seminole pumpkins coming in right here. And once again, I bagged these up too. But if you go down in here, there's bunches of them. They got a long ways to go. I had a deer proof. This is all deer proof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see all that, so the deer don't come through. Got some golden golds coming in here. Got some squash coming in. Had a little problem with the leaves. Hopefully it's cured. But still got plenty coming in on the vines. Got some watermelons coming in. Got some nice watermelons coming in over here. And over there. Let's check it out. See this one over here? I think this one's ready to harvest. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. See this right here? Right there? That's brown all the way down. It might have about another week to go, so I'll leave it a little bit more. A little longer. Got some golden golds coming in. Got some more squash coming in. Okay, things are looking good. Let's go over to that side over there. And once again, those grapes, different varieties going all the way around the garden, about 150 foot down, 90 foot across, 150 foot back, and then it goes around my garden. So probably got about 400 feet of muscadine grapes coming in. So let's go ahead and check some of this out over here. Got different peppers coming in. Get out of the light. My neighbor was just in here. We harvested some of these, but look at all those that come in over here. Boy, they're really prolific. Look at all those on there. A different type over here. These still got a long ways to go. They're just now coming in. Same thing over here. They got a ways to go. These are called lipstick. This one's ready. It's really hot. There's another one over there ready. Look at these. These are hot too. There's more coming in. These are my sugar rush over here. Look how thick they are going all the way back. All the way around they go. I don't want to do anything to them, but they go all the way down in there. These are just now coming in. Here's another sugar rush peach over here. They got to keep going till they change color, like this one. See this one changing peach color and that one changing peach color? You see the difference on them? Well, this one's probably ready to eat and that one's not. Look at that. And then I got some more of these here that are ready. Now these are really strange because they're sweet, but some of them that get red, they get hot. Ask me how I know. I found that out. I'm eating some sweet peppers and all of a sudden, there was a hot one. I don't mind hot, but I gotta be ready for a hot one. I wasn't ready when that happened, so my mouth was on fire. So anyway, there's a little garden tour. Now let's go out in the yard and see what's happening out there. Okay, so you've seen everything that I'm growing, and I owe all of it right here to AgroThrive. I go ahead and use this twice a week. You know, they have gallon size, 2.5 gallon size to 55 gallon drums, but I put it in my well pumps irrigation system through a fertilizer injector. It goes through the lines and it drips to each plant throughout the whole garden as I fertilize. So now you know what I use. I got some videos of how I fertilize my whole garden. Just look below and you'll come across it. Now let's go check some other stuff out. Okay, so in one of the videos below, you've seen me go ahead and get the corm shipped to me on a plantain plant. So I went ahead and took the corm and planted it in a pot until it got big enough, and then I planted it over here. It's doing really good. It won't be before long to where it gets tall, has plenty of pups, and starts giving off some plantains. So let's go check out some other stuff. Now over here is a genuine blue java, the type with the knuckles. I got a double plant in here, waiting to be planted in the ground as soon as I could get to it. Here's another genuine blue java waiting to go into the ground. Another blue java waiting to go into the ground. Now over here, I already planted this in the bed. That's a blue java. These are just potted hedges, viburnum, that I just trimmed up and transplanted. I'm waiting for those to take really good. Some Mexican sunflower. These sat overnight in the humidity and got the roots with air on them, so they went into shock. They're going to perk up in a few days. I just potted those yesterday. Okay, right over here is another blue java. Mexican sunflower. Now these here, when I potted them, like down there, I potted these the same day. What a difference it makes. They don't go into shock and they keep all their leaves. So right over here is another blue java. Okay, let's go down that way. Okay, so I'm standing here in front of an ice cream banana plant. If I get down in here, you'll notice that it's doing really well. This was blossom. This is the bud. It was blossoms the other day. I leave the bottom bud on because it still gives out blossoms for the pollinators, but that's what my ice cream plants look like up there. Those fingers now are going to go get longer and plumper as the months go by. Takes a couple of months. So, and right over here is another banana plant. And if you look closely, right over here, you can see right here where that bud's coming out right now. So that's going to be another one. That should come out with the bud and blossoms, and then it's going to look like that after a while. This whole row is all ice cream banana. So let's go over here and check something else out. Okay, so right on in here, I have Comfrey Balkan 14 right down in here. along with elfin ears and other plants that like shade. Because I have this on the north side of the house, I have palm trees, and I have Mexican sunflowers surrounding it. So as you can see, it gets plenty of shade in here. And I go ahead and I cut those down to the ground every 3 months, and then I make compost tea out of that. Okay, another shade-loving plant over here. I got 2 types of spinach. They love shade, so I put them right over here where there's shade. Okay, so right over here is a loquat tree. I got 3 different varieties growing around the property, and probably this year or next year it should be fruiting. The one over there is fruiting, so let's go check out some other stuff. Okay, so right over here is an Orinoco. This was just blossoming the other day. Had a bud down here, had the blossoms coming out, and those are the hands that are on it. This plant here is only about 9 months old. It's the corm is small, so probably second generation next year. The corm will be bigger or get more fruit on it. Now let's go down over here. Okay, so right over here, look at this. Small. This is a pup. The pup is probably about 8 months old. It's Orinoco. It's got a nice rack of banana hands on it. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, the banana hands are getting pretty plump. Still got a long ways to go. If we get down in here, you can see these right over here. These are praying hands. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one. This plant right over here survived the winter. And this is about the same as that, about 8 months old. Then if we come to the back, here's some more bananas. Now over here on the back side, here's a bud. Okay, so here on the back side, here's a bud. And there should be some bananas coming out here shortly that just started. Okay, so right over here, I got some more bananas coming in. Let's go look, see if there's more over here. Right down over here, got some more bananas coming in. And these are all young. I just planted these last year. I'm really surprised that they're even giving off bananas. Okay, right over here, got some bananas coming in. As young as these are, there should not be any bananas coming in. Got bananas coming in, and that's why there's not many hands on it. It's so young. Usually you don't get hands, you don't get bananas coming in for a year to 18 months. These are really young. Here's one coming in. Here's one coming in right now. You can see that right down under there, the first one. Coming around this way. And here's another set of hands over here, bananas coming in. Okay, so let's head back to the garden. Okay, so hey, anyways, this is Sam, the Frugal Hugel Gardener. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of my garden tour. If you did, show me some love, give me a like, subscribe below, come on over to our Facebook group, Sunshine Harvest Edibles Gardening Group, or just come visit me on Facebook, the Frugal Hugel Gardener. With that said, hope you all having a good day, and I hope your garden is growing nicely. Back at you.